Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Water Riff Radio, your go-to source for truth, transparency, and transformation when it comes to your water. I am Amanda White, and this is the beautiful
Jill Marie. How are you?
And today we're going to be pulling back the curtain on something most people ignore until it's too late. Boil water warnings. When your tap turns toxic. You've seen it cross your screen, local news show up in your inbox, but what do they really mean? And more importantly, what aren't they telling you? In this powerful episode, we're going to expose the truth behind boil water advisories, the contaminants they signal, and why these warnings are not a safety net. They're a symptom of a failing system. So Miss Jill is going to take it away with the reality behind the warning.
Oh boy, the reality behind the warning. Well, if you're like me and I don't have streaming television service, unless I have Facebook open, I don't even know if there are boil alerts active in my area. But what is that exactly? It's an official notification that your local water system has been compromised, most often due to broken water mains, power outages, flooding, which we've recently had a lot of, and detection of microbial contaminants, the microbiologicals that we always talk about, E. coli, Giardia, Cryptosporidium, parasites, cysts, things like that, things that are living in our water. Ugh. They make me swallow hard. It's just nasty. So what they tell us the solution is to boil our water before we use it. It may be for a day, it may be for 3 days. It just depends on your municipality. Yeah, they usually say boil for at least 1 minute. Oh, but here's the thing. I never thought about this until I got into the water industry, not just water filtration, but the ionized water, the hydrogen water, now the oxygenated water. Like, these are big, big things. So boiling kills bacteria. Does it kill all the bacteria? When you
Probably not.
When you put this stuff in heat, unless it's at a certain temperature, you're just allowing it to reproduce. You're not really killing it.
Grow and grow and grow.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know you can add like drops of bleach, things like that to and let it sit overnight in, maybe gallon jugs or something. Then you're sitting bleach in a plastic jug in your water. I know, I hear it all the time. Oh, it's just overnight. Oh, it's just a couple of days. Oh, it's just this. If you knew how fast, and we have an episode on that, of how quickly your body absorbs these chemicals, chlorine, chloramine, bleach, whatever we have in our water, 1 day is too long, especially sitting in plastic.
And if you haven't seen that, get a cup of water, tap water, do OTO drops, drop it in your water, put your hand in there for 10 seconds and pull it out, drop some more drops in and see where that chlorine went. It is that easy.
It is. It detects chlorine. It's pretty crazy. And like Amanda said, stick your hand in there and watch the water turn white.
Quickly.
That's what happens in our showers and when we're cooking food, and we won't go there because we're on microbiological. There's so many different legs we can go to here. Oh my gosh. So again, boiling kills some bacteria, but it does nothing to remove heavy metals, the PFAS, forever chemicals, pharmaceuticals, or chemical byproducts, which we just talked about. It can actually, as we just talked about, increase the concentration of certain contaminants due to evaporation. Then you have the vaporous gases coming off of boiling. So most people don't realize the exposure isn't just from drinking, it's from brushing your teeth, cooking, showering, baths for our babies. Oh my gosh. And washing our food, our fruits and veggies. Even rinsing our meats. I actually clean my meat when I get it from the butcher. I'll rinse it, clean it, and I bless it actually. Laugh if you will, but I bless the trauma from it. It is a living organism.
And if we know anything from like the water studies, I'm sure that makes a huge difference.
Oh, it does. And we'll have a class coming up on that. I love that. So if you're boiling toxic water, you're still using toxic water. It's not that it's just an inconvenience, it's a public health failure. So let's talk about who's at risk here. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all are really, but infants, they can't protect themselves. So we have to protect them. And the more we know, the better we can protect them. They're babies, they're crawling around, they're doing all the things. Like, we need to protect them. So of course, they're not fully developed yet. So anything we can do that helps them is what we want to do. Pregnant women, sometimes their immunity gets a little lower because you're doing things for two now, right? So you're going to be at a little more at risk than the normal person, along with seniors. A little older, some things may be breaking down a little bit because we don't know what we don't know. But if you're making the right choices, this could all be prevented. People with compromised immune systems is a huge one for these. And again, anyone with lowered immunity is going to be more at risk for these because you don't have the fighting little guys for your immunity. But anything immune boosted, you could always do oil of oregano, echinacea, elderberry, and also lily. That's a very long word that I don't know quite how to pronounce, but if you did want to boost your immune system, all of those are natural and really do boost your immune system naturally. So, and again, these can be life-threatening. So we do want to take precautions when someone tells us to do something, or we want to make sure we have facts on what it actually does, like boil water alerts. Never really thought to actually investigate that until we did. And then we come to find out all of this. So, and again, even short-term contamination can cause illnesses of all the systems in the body. The organs, you put stress on the organs and they have to work harder, which means they may not actually do what they need to do versus what they have to do. And again, immune disruption. And guess what? Jill already mentioned this, but these are increasing. We hear about this more and more now, and probably more and more and more and more. So what are you doing about this? Are you really going to do your due diligence? So like, okay, what is this really telling me? What do I need to do here? So let's get into the invisible cost of boiled water.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a hot topic here. So yeah,
costing us?
Yeah. What is it really costing you? Not just maybe lost work from hours, illness, medical bills, or even, medication, supplements, oils that maybe you wouldn't have bought to begin with. It also has an economic impact to restaurants, schools, and small businesses, because obviously if you have a large amount of people there that cannot utilize the water system at that moment, even for a couple of days, like that is their profits down the tube, actually. So we don't really think about all of that. It also takes an emotional toll on families that their water is unsafe. People get they drink less water. people that know they have bad water, tap water, they start drinking bottled water, which they don't realize that bottled water is unregulated. So yeah, might as well drink the tap water, right? Because your bottled water is just coming from some other municipality. Seriously, you're just, robbing Peter to pay Paul here. But I've lost my train of thought.
That was pretty funny. I'm sorry. That was funny.
Well, it's like we just don't realize. And there's so many times where, and we know we have bad water. It's not any fault of our municipalities. They're doing what they need to do. They're doing the bare minimum because, quite honestly, they are trying to keep it cost effective for us. If we had our water filtered to the extent that it needed to be completely safe, legal is not safe. Legal's never been safe. Legal is legal. But when you go into like ewg.org, anybody can do it. You don't need a membership or anything. Go look up your local municipality. If you're on a well, go look up your local municipality because that's the runoff water that's going into your well. Go ahead.
And if you get confused or you're like, I don't know where to find things, reach out to us because we will gladly get on a Zoom with you and we will have a little fun with it and do it together.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But a lot of us, we know we have bad water. Some areas are worse than others. However, when we look into the cost of filtration and understanding the filtration, that's where we get overloaded because marketing of some companies are misleading. Testing tools are misleading. Everything seems to be misleading, which gives you as a consumer just skepticism all the way around. So instead of doing something, we do nothing, not realizing that the true cost of not having filtration in your house is medicine, sickness, illness, not feeling well, maybe missed days of school, maybe missed days of work, maybe not thinking clearly. Maybe all of this is just symptoms of toxic water. Maybe, but it's the easiest thing to change and it should be the highest priority. I say should, not to shame anybody, but it's the easiest thing to fix. And when you're looking at all the things you're spending to help you feel better, it is a fraction of the cost to just have filtration in your whole home at every tap. It's a fraction of the cost. And the great thing about it, as long as you live in your home, you have clean, safe water. Boil alerts come through. You don't even need to pay attention to them. I don't. Well, I didn't before I had the whole home system. But even more so now, I'm like, I am so covered. Like, it's amazing to have that sense of security, sense of safety, just with that.
Peace of mind for your health. Like, that's really
peace of mind.
Peace of mind
That's
for
huge.
your health. Like, someone says, why, like, you're going to pay, I don't remember exactly how it went. Now I'm confusing myself, but literally, like, if you don't take care of you now, the cost of that later is going to be so much greater, you know?
Oh, exactly. And it takes 35 years for your symptoms to come about.
And like a few thousand versus thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
Like, pick your, because again, if you don't have your health, you have nothing. Nothing. I know that firsthand. Because at one point I completely lost my health, and you can't do anything until you get your health back. And we are over 70% water, so why wouldn't you change that first?
It's like changing the oil in your vehicle. I used to work at a dealership in a service department, and I had a woman come in and her engine locked up, and I said, "When's your last oil change?" And she goes, "Oil change? Like, I didn't know I had to change the oil." And I thought she was joking, but she was not. It completely locked her engine up and her car was done. So it's the same with our bodies. Like we have to change the filter system of the water that our body's made up of. Totally. It's an investment. Woo.
Investments in our health.
So what about weaponizing this truth? Let's go there.
well, here's where we kind of flip the script here. Let's stop reacting and start preparing, prepping, getting information. So at that point, we can make the best darn decision we can make, right? We're not taking the fear and running with it. We're turning the fear into freedom here. Like Jill and I say almost every class, we're not here to scare you. We are here to inform you, to educate you, so you really do your due diligence on getting the best clean water for you and your family. So, and Jill and I went down so many rabbit holes, we know what's out there. We know what compares and what doesn't. So, again, like Jill mentioned earlier, our municipalities are outdated, extremely outdated. So what are you doing in your home to allow you to have that peace of mind that Jill was talking about? Like we're in the 21st century. We've got threats coming at us left and right. PFAS, pharmaceutical, aging infrastructure, you name it, it's there. So we have systems that remove what boiling can't touch. Chlorine and chloramine. We've already listed all of these, but I'm going to list them again for you. Microplastics, heavy metals, forever chemicals, bacteria and viruses. And the system we're talking about is also third-party tested. We have customer support, a referral program that you just can't beat. So even if we are not just in the business of water, like we are empowering you, businesses, everyone to make better choices and to be informed and educated.
Absolutely.
And I lost my train of thought there. Could you, I'm so stinking sorry. I thought it would come back, but it didn't.
That's the beauty of this. These are conversations and
And once you understand this system, there is a beautiful referral program attached to it. So again, you install this and you're like, holy mother of loveliness. I have to tell everyone about this. Guess what? There's a referral kickback for that. There's a referral kickback for that because we want great water in every single person's home that filters 99.99% contaminants. What other system can do that? This is new technology we're dealing with. RO was good, but it's a thing of the past because that is not good for us. We are still drinking dead water with that. Yeah, it filters everything out, even the good minerals we need. This system doesn't do that. And it runs with no salt, no electricity. You don't waste water, which was a huge one for me.
Right.
So
absolutely. And you know, when you realize when you're in, I like to call it holistic water sometimes, just because cleaner water becomes holistic because it goes in a living body, right? So when you're looking at, and you may have other water systems in your home, not just an RO system or a water softener. Those are not, water softener is not a filter, number one. But when you're looking at the waste and the toxins that they dump back into the system, that's where this came in for me. It's containing, killing, and capturing. It's not dumping more toxins back out into the groundwater. So, and this isn't about selling a system whatsoever. This is proprietary. No other company has it. And this is why we joined forces with this. I cannot tell you personally myself how many filtration systems that I have gone through thinking that they filtered everything, because these are made on a huge, like, global type of level. So they're very generic. When I came around to find this, finding custom for what is in my area, what is coming in my home. So if I'm on a well and I don't need chlorine or chloramine removed from my water because I'm not hooked to the municipality, why would I pay for that? I'm all about costs, value, and giving back to the people, because we need to know exactly what's in your water to let you know what we can filter. And that's what I'm looking to do. I also have an ionizer that I utilize. I have molecular hydrogen machine. I have all of that. But imagine I have a nebulizer, and I have a soon to be coming an oxygenation machine. But what happens when I'm filling it with toxins? We're willing to drop, thousands on holistic machines like that, but we're still feeding it tap water or bottled water or RO water. And it doesn't quite work the same, which in the end, again, let's look at money. In the end, the buildup of outdated technology builds up in these machines. They don't last as long as they should. And we're putting out a lot of money to have them. So in my mind, water is an investment. Clean water is an investment. Holistic water is an investment. But if you're not putting in the good stuff's not really coming out. You're kind of beating a dead horse. So we love to educate, we love to teach, we love to come at you and show you your zip code, show you about water. It's not, again, for you to fear anything. It's not to sell you anything. Just know that the more people that we spread this word to, the more people that are going to become well. They're going to need less medication. And when the medications and stuff that you're already taking are going back into the water, this is what I didn't realize. The pharmaceuticals alone are not being completely filtered at our municipal levels. So why would I not want filtration? I don't want my newborn baby to be in contact with chemicals on newborn skin, on newborn brain, on newborn everything. Like, how horrible is that? So this is why we're so passionate about take back your power and know what you have coming into your home. It really does pay in the end. This is an investment that's going to last a lifetime. And that's what we're here for, just to educate. So if you have a topic that you would love to hear more about, maybe you've heard, people talking about it, chatter. I've had a city just near me. They're on 7 wells, and the wells are apparently so packed with PFAS, forever chemicals. They're talking about shutting down all the water in the city. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to drill new wells because you're only going to drill more PFAS. Let's look at filtration. I'm off my little rant. Thank you for listening. It's just very, when you know how the toxins actually really are linked to your health, it does become a passion. So thank you for hearing me.
I heard you.
Heard ya loud and clear.
Heard ya. And I love your little rants. They're great.
Oh, no.
They're full of passion.
More people. When you feel better, you act better, you do better, you want better for yourself.
Agreed, 100%. That is a very true statement.
Ooh, so as far as your boil alerts, actually, before we go, I'm not going to go on another rant. Before we go, remember what was it in Flint, Michigan? That was a crack in the water main break, a leak, whatever that was. There's a documentary called Dark Matters. dark matters or dark water.
Dark
I can't
matters.
remember. And there's actually a documentary called Tapped, Tapped, all about the bottled water industry. If this is of any interest, oh, and you know Erin Brockovich with, I believe it was chromium that she was fighting for. Our drinking water system. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's been so long since I've seen that. I may
just
have to
watched it not
rewatch
too
that
long
again.
ago. It's quite entertaining. It's quite entertaining if you're looking at it with different eyes. But just understand that our drinking water, it's the easiest way. If you're a truther, I'm a truther, I'm not going to lie. It's the easiest way to deliver a mass amount of toxins to so many people. That's all I'm going to say there. And we get to choose what we filter. So, yes.
We sure do. So what choice are you going to create?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, reach out with any questions or any topics that you would like to hear more about. We do the research. We don't just come at
Do
you.
the research and we will bring everything to you. So
Mhm.
whatever you want to learn about, drop it in the comments and we will create a class around that for you.
Absolutely. Anything in closing, Miss Amanda?
I don't want
Anything?
all my closings to sound like the same. So I hope this was eye-opening for you. If you want to drop a key takeaway you've had in the comments, go ahead and do that for us. We would love to know what you really got out of this class. And if there are any other topics that you want to learn about, again, drop them in comments and we will show up to educate you on that. And we hope you nothing but amazing, magical, incredible experiences.
Yes.
And we hope to hear from you soon.
Absolutely. Have an amazing day and see you next week.
See you next week.